Another week, another bountiful bundle of gaming news for us to scoop into. First up, Sony has finally shown off some of the games set to release for the PS5. Highlights include Gran Turismo 7, the next installment in the driving simulation series. A new Ratchet & Clank game, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, which is said to support ray tracing. This could really be Clank's time to shine. Quite literally. We also saw that Little Big Planet's Hessian hero, Sackboy, is set to star in an all-new 3D platforming adventure. Some fruit-filled hijinks in Bug Snacks from the makers of Octodad. And another fellow robot, Astrobot, will jetpack into a third-person adventure game, Astro's Playroom. Loving all that robot representation. The long-awaited design of the PS5 console was also revealed, as well as the fact there will also be a digital edition of the hardware. Oh, the next generation is so close you can almost taste it! Exciting times ahead! Moving along now to some more news, Mojang Studios has announced that the recently released Minecraft Dungeons will receive some DLC in July. A Jungle Awakens update will bring some jungle to the dungeon, as well as new missions, new weapons, armor, pets, and artifacts. We also heard about another themed DLC, Creeping Winter, due out later in the year. And the developers are working on adding cross-platform multiplayer as well. Also in the news this week, Sega has announced the release of the Game Gear Micro, a mini retro console to celebrate their 60th anniversary. These mini versions of the original 1990 Game Gear 8-bit handheld console will initially release in Japan and come preloaded with 4 games each. The colour of the case will determine which games, however, with Sonic the Hedgehog, Puyo Puyo 2, and Sonic and Tails amongst them. I'm not sure my scoops could handle a console that small, but at least there is a magnifying accessory for that tiny screen. And in other news, football, or soccer fans rejoice! The English Premier League is returning! But in the absence of live crowds, broadcaster Sky Sports has teamed up with game publisher EA Sports to produce some special crowd cheers and chants from FIFA video games to use instead.
The first goal of the match, and the lead certainly doesn't flatter them.
Now it's time for the Extra Scoop! A group known as Electronicos Fantasticos make all kinds of weird and wonderful things out of old tech. And recently, they've put some computer components to creative use with this so-called Fantar, made from PC cooling fans. The speed of the fan affects the pitch of the sound it produces. I certainly am a fan. And that's all for the scoop this week. Now for my signature sign-off. How about goodbye and good games? It's getting closer.